On Saturday, the internet absolutely exploded as unknown kicker Jake Bates hits a 64-yard field goal and made it look easy. Kind of gave me PTSD to back when Justin Tucker hit that 66-yarder in 2021 that broke the hearts of the Detroit Lions and the Detroit Lions fans. And we never recovered after that game. Wind up going 3-13-1 to end the season. But Jake Bates, the kicker for the Michigan Panthers, made shockwaves around the NFL. You had other UFL players and NFL players talking about him as well. And everybody in the not everybody in the comment section, but Twitter was going crazy. And I understand that I'm a basement chair GM. Some of the stuff that we do is for fun, and the woes that we've been having at kicker, when somebody hits a 64-yarder with ease, and the Detroit Lions kicking situation has not been great in the past, basically since Matt Prater left 3 years ago, we're going to latch on to anything we see. And the fact that this guy plays for the Michigan Panthers, kicked this in Ford Field, of course we're going to want him, the Detroit Lions, to take a look at him. And it looks like they reportedly have. This is coming from Pride of Detroit. And I saw this tweet earlier today that the Detroit Lions reportedly inquired about Jake Bates. Now, I'll link this article in the description, but check this out. Here's a little backstory on Bates. It says the story of Bates is a fascinating one. Prior to his 64-yard field goal, he hadn't attempted a regular season kick since high school. And that's one of the things I wanted to clean up, because the initial reports were that he hadn't, yeah, there it is. He hadn't, that is right. So never mind. Check that. That's because his college career was spent as a kickoff specialist. In 2020 and 2021, Bates only participated in kickoffs for Texas State behind field goal kicker Seth Keller. He transferred to Arkansas in 2022, where he was the kickoff specialist there, leading all FBS schools in touchback percentage, 64 of 75, or 85.3%. And it says where he was behind the kicker, a kicker that was is now considered one of the tops in this year's draft class. And it also says that he spent some time with the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots and was waived from those teams. Now, here is something that I think is critical. The connection between Brad Holmes, I swear, man, is everywhere. This guy is everywhere. Believe it or not, there is a connection here between Brad Holmes and Jake Bates. Check it out. An interesting wrinkle, as noted by Paul, is that Steve Kaiser, the current Michigan Panthers general manager, worked alongside general manager Brad Holmes for several years with the Los Angeles Rams. So this is that connection, not a direct connection, but an indirect connection with Jake Bates. Kaiser was a longtime scout for the Rams from 2007 to 2022, while Holmes worked his way up from scout 2003 to 2012 to the director of college scouting 2013 to 2020 before, obviously, as we know, he became the general manager of the Detroit Lions. Now, we don't just do this for fun, man. The Detroit Lions needed this guy you're talking about. Let me just take you back. Matt Prater, former Detroit Lions kicker Matt Prater, held the record for the longest time at 64 yards. And then Justin Tucker, I believe it was Justin Tucker that beat Matt Prater. So it might have been broken. Matt Prater might have been broken before that. But this guy kicked the kick with ease. Okay? You're talking about seizing the opportunity, going from a nobody playing in the end, and that's what the UFL is set out to do. That's really to give us some spring football. And I don't want to go off into this UFL thing, but I'm a huge fan of Dwayne Johnson. I know people have their opinions on him, but he talks about him being the 54th man. He was not good enough to make an NFL roster, and that's what this whole league is about. The XFL and now the UFL, and some quality players came from the USFL back in the day. Jim Kelly, Herschel Walker. There have been some guys that have come to have great careers in the NFL. So why do I say that? Because a lot of these people can use this. Some of these players will play an entire USFL season, XFL season, which is 10 games, and then immediately go into training camp for an NFL roster. So they're putting their body through twice as much. So one thing I wanted to say about Jake Bates which could give him the edge over Michael Badgley. Shout out to my guy, Detroit Lions Pride or Powerhouse, because I didn't even realize this, is that Michael Badgley doesn't kick the ball off. I remember watching and I'm like, why is our punter kicking the ball off? He doesn't do kickoffs. He kicks field goals. So Bates does both. That's what he did. He was the kickoff specialist, right? So if this guy can come in and do both, Michael Badgley might be in trouble. So I'm sure the Detroit Lions are not the only team, NFL team. Whenever you kick a 64-yarder and you, with ease, tie the record of what was the record until that record was broken by 2 yards, you're going to get attention from NFL rosters. So, we don't just do this stuff for fun and stuff like that. I mean, we had a good time. I love seeing Twitter on Saturday, and actually with the YouTube channel as well. Y'all been kind of mad and y'all feelings about the way I've been criticizing Brad Holmes and the general manager activity this offseason. Not that he's done a horrible job, but we've been through that. But it was good to see us on the same page, having some fun, lightening up the mood with this guy, because he made some shock waves, man. And I guarantee you this guy's going to be on the NFL roster this season, unless he just crumbles down the stretch. I mean, now he's missing chip shots and all this stuff. If this was a one and done thing, if he was a one hit wonder, then no. But I'm sure that NFL general managers will be watching this guy. And the great thing is the actual general manager can watch him because there's no games going on. So after the draft, they'll still have half the XFL season left, and they can just kind of focus on watching Jake Bates. So I'll be surprised if he just crumbles and he's not. He seemed like he was pretty decent, just didn't have the shot, and the UFL is going to give that to him. So shout out to him for making that kick, man, and made it with ease. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Jake Bates. We had a lot of fun on Saturday, but let's be real. Michael Badgley doesn't do kickoffs. He's unreliable, and he's the only kicker on the roster right now. This guy could play the entire UFL season and then come back and be a Detroit Lion or be on any NFL team. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to thank my members of 1 month. Let me see real quick. I always think about this stuff on the fly, and I mean to really do this in real time. But then I remember, and it's like, so don't click away from this video, especially if you're a member, because I definitely want to shout you out if you are. Let me say thank you to all my members first and foremost, but I want to give a special kind of shout out to the ones that are just hit that badge, man. As soon as I can, there we go. See that? Sorry about that. All right, so I want to shout out Thomas Edard. He hit his month. He is a Syndicate recruit member. And also Spencer Smothers. He is a director, my top tier membership there. Better the Hunt, shout out to you as well. Seth Floyd, Christina Marie Rossi as a month as well. So we got 5 individuals, and I'm talking, and here is the 1 month badge. So congratulations and thank you guys so much, because as I said before, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. I had some pre-workout. I'm about to go work out. That's why I'm kind of stumbling over my words. And as always, go Lions.